Hey, yo, people, how you all getting on? This is your boy Popsy from Future Shock Studio. Welcome back to yet another episode. Today we're going to be talking about this. It's the Synco P2L wireless lavalier microphone set for smartphones. It works both with your iPhone and Android. You get a Lightning version for an iPhone and you get a Type-C version for your Android phone. Let's go and roll the intro. Welcome back. So the Synco P2L comes in this charging dock, which I just press and I bring out. It gives you plenty of charge. Before I begin with this review, I want to put something into perspective. Now, currently, I'm recording on the Shure SM7B. In order for me to record my voice for the video, I have to purchase a lot more than just something the size of this. Let me show you something that I don't usually show. Okay, so this mic, this is the Shure SM7B, and you've probably seen it on hundreds of YouTube channels. So this microphone retails for around the £350 mark, okay? So this is now going into this cloud lifter, as you can see. I also need this, which is the Apollo Twin X. Now, the cloud lifter retails for about £145. This microphone retails at £350. The Apollo Twin X retails for £980, and my MacBook Pro is around £1,550. All in all, you're looking at spending just over £3,000 to get this great setup. It is a great setup, but it's very, very expensive. So putting all that into some kind of perspective, and that this whole system that I'm currently using does cost me £3,000. The Synco P2L is currently retailing at £130 for the iOS Lightning version. This also comes in a Type-C version for Android phones. To be honest, you compare £130 or £120 to this £3,000 setup that I've got, you need to find out which one's for you. The other thing is, this is portable, and the sound that you're hearing, yes, is from the Shure SM7B. The Synco P2L that I'm going to be reviewing is going to be the Lightning version, which is for the iPhone. In that, you're going to get one transmitter and you're going to get two receivers. All the audio that is going to be recorded will be recorded on the Synco P2L system, and we're going to take you through that now. So as you can see here, I've got the Synco P2L. I'm going to put that in the bottom of my iPhone, and as you can now see that the lights have come on. You get two receivers with the Synco P2L. I'm only going to be using one as there's only one of me, but the positive thing is you can use both of them and it simultaneously records two people in one go. And as you can see, straight out the box, the receiver is already paired with the transmitter. The whole system is a wireless lavalier microphone system. So what I'm going to do here now, so I'm just going to put it around here. So that is all connected now in 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay, so now you're listening to the Synco P2L lavalier mic. Here it is, and I don't need, oh, by the way, don't know what you're doing here, mate. Don't need you anymore. So I don't need anything else. I don't need these headphones, even though I'm just used to having headphones on me all the time. Big thing is, I don't need the microphone. I don't need a cloud lifter. I don't need the Apollo Twin X interface. I don't even need a MacBook Pro. It's going straight into this, and the audio is being recorded straight onto the iPhone. Now, what else can you kind of ask for? The Synco P2L is a simple plug and play system, yet it's very sophisticated in the way it has been manufactured. Even though this is so small, so light and so portable, it does the job and gives you some great audio. Before I show you what comes in the box, stay along with me because we're going to be showing you some great examples of how good this mic is indoors, in the studio, in the house, in the car and out in the field. Without further ado, let's go and see what comes in the box. So the Synco P2L comes in this square box, a very well packaged box. Taking the box off, you're first met with this instruction manual and a very useful user guide to get you going straight away. So straight out of the box, you're met with this little tiny box, and in perspective, this is the size of it in my hand. Straight out of the box, you'll realize how light this whole system is. You get two transmitters and they're amazingly light. You get the RX receiver, and I've obviously got the Lightning connector version. You get a wireless charging case. You get one charging cable, and you also get this Type-C to 3.5mm adapter. Basically, the whole Synco P2L system comes in this very little box. Let's go and show you some of the features of the Synco P2L. So what comes straight out of the box? So straight out of the box, you get this wireless charging case or charging dock. On the top left-hand corner, you got the Synco logo, and on the right, it tells you the version that you've got. And in the middle of the charging case, you get this very cool looking LED display, which also doubles up as a battery life indicator. A full charge will give you 5 hours on the mics and the transmitter. On the right-hand side of the charging dock, you get this round pairing button. And on the right-hand side of that, you get the Type-C port to charge the charging dock, which will charge the 2 microphones as well as the transmitter. Another great thing about this charging dock is that it also acts like a wireless battery charger as well. So once this is fully charged, it's also going to give you 2 lots of further charges for the transmitter and the receivers, giving you around 15 hours with this P2L charging dock. Once you get them out of the box, you'll quickly realize how light they both are. So looking at the transmitter, you have the power button, you have the working indicators as I'm showing you now. You have the built-in mics, and the 3 little dots are for the contacts that you need to put into the charger to make it charge. You have the pocket clips. In addition to that, you have the crocodile clips, which you use to clip onto your shirt or t-shirt. Another great thing is, as you can see on the mic here now, that the LEDs are moving up and down. Now, if that becomes a bit of a distraction for you, you can easily just press the red button twice, and it stops moving the LEDs up and down. And just a double click again, and it's working. It's a nice little touch that Synco have put into this mic. Looking at the receiver, you have a button for the vocal effects, which also doubles onto the mono and stereo button. You get the Type-C port, and you get these working indicators. Like I've already said, I think they're pretty cool. And you get the contacts. I use my iPhone to record videos all the time. Though the video looks great, they don't always sound great. Till now. Yo peeps, let's hold it there. I haven't even mentioned one of the great features of the Synco P2L, but 1 minute, let me show you it now. So the audio has been recording on the iPhone throughout this video. Now on the rear of this, you get this, I don't know if you can see it, but then you get this little button here, which gives you a number of useful different effects. Now some are very gimmicky, but let me go and show you what they're like. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna press the button and announce the effect, and then I'm gonna talk with that effect. Okay. So the first effect is the studio effect. And this is what my voice sounds like on the Synco P2L with the studio effect. It sounds quite reverby actually. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know, maybe you're gonna use it, maybe you're not. So let's move on to the next effect. So this is now the KTV effect. I really can't tell much difference with this one and the studio effect, but this is what the KTV effect sounds like on my voice. It's very, very, very reverby, and I can imagine people using it with TikTok, with Snapchat, with Instagram, or just using it as a lot of fun to send to your family and friends. Let's move on to the next effect. So this is the voice amplification effect. It's still got a lot of reverb on it. I would have preferred it without the reverb, but however, let me read you a little chapter just to see what this sounds like. So the Synco P2L is a lavalier microphone for smartphones, and it comes with these amazing effects. Let's move on to the next one. So this is the electric dance music effect, and I can imagine you guys using this just to sound EDM-ish, I suppose. And I can imagine you having a lot of fun with this. It's got the slight bit of two-pane. It's got a touch of the two-pane effect in it, or a tune or whatever you want to call it. And this is what it sounds like. Let's move on to the next effect.
So this is the baby effect. This is what my voice sounds like, with a bit of a baby effect. I think it's quite quirky. I think it's a bit of fun, and I can imagine if I send this audio recorded to one of my family or friends, they'll have a good laugh about it. But anyway, this is the baby effect on the Synco P2L. Let's move on to the next effect. So this is the male to female voice. So So if I was going to change my voice to a female, I presume this is how it sounds. Pretty cool. Let's move on to the next effect.
So this is the female to male voice, and obviously, I don't know, I presume I've got quite a low kind of a voice. It's making my voice sound even lower. I actually like this effect. I've seen a lot of YouTubers talk about this effect, but I think it's giving me a pretty decent tone. Anyway, that's the female to male voice, which has made my voice a lot more deeper. Let's move on to the next effect.
So this is the monster effect. Ho ho ho, I'm coming to get you, Cindy. This is the monster effect on the Synco P2L, and it sounds, I can imagine that you think you're safe. But if you don't watch this review, I'm coming to get you. Anyway, that's enough of this joking around, and now let's see if there's any other effects.
So I'm back to the original sound. And there is one more thing with this button that we've got at the bottom. If I press and hold it, you'll see that at the moment, the LEDs are going from top to bottom. We are shooting in the usual monophonic mode, or mono mode, that as we call it in the studios. Let's change it to stereo. You give it a long press. As you can see, the LEDs are now going from middle to up and down like that instead of dropping down. This is the stereo effect on the Synco P2L. So there's a good variation of effects on the Synco P2L. Hope you've enjoyed this. I'm going to go back into mono mode now, just by giving it a long press back into its normal monophonic mode. So let me know what you guys thought of the 8 different various effects. And is it something that you would use for a bit of fun? And the other thing I like is that the microphone can move from mono to stereo mode, another great feature that comes with the Synco P2L. Now, one of the advantages of the P2L system is I can basically sit how I want. Don't have to be right up against the microphone. With a normal microphone, I'm gonna have to be right up front of it. And that is the great advantage of having this system. Let's talk about the range on the Synco P2L. The transmitter on the small microphone and the whole Synco P2L system is really powerful. The range between the receiver and the transmitter can reach at a clear line of sight of around 150 meters. Now that 150 meters is a huge amount. Again, I am going to be showing you some examples of that. The Synco P2L can transmit 160 feet away, which is more than what most people will ever need. As already shown, this comes with 2 wireless mics, giving you the capabilities of recording a 2-person interview, podcast, or live stream. The receiver actually has a USB-C port on the side of it that can either be used to plug in a pair of headphones for real-time monitoring, or for plugging in a power cable to charge your phone through the Synco receiver. What an advantage. The charging case itself, this charging case holds 2 additional charges for you to charge the whole system up. Wow. Do I need to say any more about this thing? I think we've done enough talking about the Synco P2L. Let me go and show you of how the Synco P2L sounds out there, and we're going to do some various tests. So now I'm speaking straight onto the iPhone's microphone. That's the sound that you're listening to. Here's the receiver by Synco. Let me know what the audio sounds like in the car, and let's move on to the next test. Okay, peeps, we're back in the car, and we're now just changed mics over. You are hearing the audio on the Synco P2. What do you think? Is it any better than the iPhone 13, or is the Synco any worse? But you decide. I've kind of made my mind up already, and I haven't even gone out for any further testing. Right, peeps, I've just picked up my good friend Prem. Hi, Prem.
Hi there.
So what we're doing here at the moment before we go out to do further testing is just to see what the Synco mic sounds like with both of the mics that Synco have given. As you can see, I've got mine here and Prem's got his there. This is your first time you're going to be doing some mic testing with me, isn't it?
First time. I'm really looking forward to this.
He was a bit anxious about doing this, but for me, it's just to get an idea of the scenario of having both the Synco transmitters going into the receiver on the iPhone 13. We are still recording on the iPhone 13. So anything else, Prem, you want to say?
No, that's it. Let's crack on.
let's crack on. Let's go for it. See you at the next scenario. Now you're hearing the audio in the car with a two people conversation. Prem's back with me, and this is the conversation's taking place on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now, Prem, can you say something?
Hi, I'm Prem. And I'm with Future Shock Studios.
Okay, so he's I would say just over about 1.5 meters, 2 meters away from the iPhone, and this is what the audio sounds like. Okay, peeps, so this is a test with two of the mics. My good friend Prem from PHT, as you can see, he's right up there. Can you see him?
Hi, yeah, I'm Prem. I have a company called PHT Personal Print. We do a bit of embroidery, vehicle graphics, signage, t-shirt printing. Put your pretty faces onto mugs. We do a bit of everything here. Everything, caps, you name it, we do it. So one-stop print shop. On to the next part.
Great, Prem. Thanks for that. Let's move on to the next part now then. Speak to you soon. As you can see, we're reversing quite far back actually. And I think we're close to about 40, 45, 50 meters. Getting close to about 50 meters now. Can you still hear me, Prem? Yep, I'm getting a thumbs up from Prem saying that he can still hear me. And we're gonna try to go right to the back of the gate. The reason I'm in the car is because there is a lot of wind noise. I will get out the car so that you can hear what it sounds like. Prem, can you still hear me? Yep, I'm getting the the thing with this Synco, the Synco P2 is that it's got 150 meters and we're hitting about 100 meters now, and I think I'm still going back, and I'm just asking Prem, can you still hear me? Yes, he can. And I am literally now 150 meters. Prem, can you still hear me? I'm still getting the hand up and he can still hear me. And don't forget, we are in the car, and I got to the start of a gate now, and I am surprised. Prem, can you still hear me? And he can still hear me. Can you hear me now? Yeah, he can hear me now. So this is the absolute limit to where I'm standing. I'm gonna get out my car now, and can you hear me while I'm behind the car? Can you hear me? Yeah, he can hear me. So we are a good 150 meters. He is looking like a little ant, if you get what my drift is. But anyway, so it is breezy around here today. It is quite breezy, and yeah, I'm in the sort of the car area, but the Synco P2L seems to be doing the right job. Prem, can you still hear me well? Yeah, I'm still getting the sign. I can't actually see why anybody would want to film so far away from the camera. Of the receiver and the transmitter is so great that you can actually hear me at that length. So, you know, we did try to find a clear line of sight for me to move to, and this was one of the few stretches, but I'm very impressed. I am very, very impressed. And I'm just going to park back up close to where the iPhone is, and so let me just get out. Okay, so basically I'm kind of back, and this is what it sounds like. I would say, what did you think, Prem? I'm about 5 meters away. I'm about 5 meters away now from the iPhone 13 with the Synco P2L, and this is what it sounds like. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a quick test in the same position without the Synco P2L, and just let me know what you guys think. Okay, so as you could probably hear, there's quite a lot of breeze going on, and we are now listening to the iPhone 13's microphone directly. I don't know what the audio is going to be like. I bet it doesn't sound as good as the Synco P2. But anyway, that's all you're going to get from me for here now. Let's move on to the next test. So as you can see, we are now in the woods, and Prem's going to take a detour down there. He's going to mumble some stuff, and we're just going to have a general conversation about how he started PHT, what his involvement in Future Shock Studios was. Then I'm going to blow a whistle, and then we're going to call it a day from there. Okay?
Well, obviously, as Popsy's explained, that I've got a company and we do printing and a bit of all the soundproofing in the studio. Bit of a mission, but it was a challenge. But it was a very, very, very good challenge. Never done anything like that. We did, me and a very, very good friend of ours. We put all the paneling together, everything, and it was all good fun. And the soundproofing in his studio is, I'd probably say, is one of the best. I'm still talking, still waving, and I'm hoping you can still hear me. Okay, can you hear me? Yep, still getting a thumbs up.
Yep.
And but that was it really. So as for Future Shock Studios,
I'm glad you remembered that.
It's a wonderful, wonderful studio with all the high-tech gear. And my dear friend Popsy, so it was one of his dreams, and I can just say I'm very, very proud to be associated with him, and he's succeeded in his dream. Can you still hear me? Yep, still hear me. And so I'm just gonna walk to his side, see if he can still get me in. I can't see him, but I'm hoping.
Yeah, I can.
Did you hear that, Pops?
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yep.
Yeah, carry on.
So I'm going to carry on walking. It's quite a, I don't even know, it's well over 100 now.
Yeah.
Yep, thumbs up, you can still hear me. So yeah, well, these woods are absolutely beautiful here. I normally bring my dog here, German Shepherd. Popsy did want me to bring him along, but I don't think we'd get much recording done with him here. He's a bit of a wild one. Well, wild as in we just want to cause havoc. Not wild as in ferocious. And I don't know whether you can see me. That's me waving my little hands. Can you see that?
Just about.
Yeah, I think I've got the signal there. And I'm just going out of a line now. I don't know whether there's no real straight run now.
Keep talking.
Keep talking. That's what he's told me. I don't know what else to say, but me and Future Shock Studios Popsies, we go a long, long way. Good old school buddies we were, and he's been a very, very close friend of mine. And like I keep repeating about the studios, it's I'd probably say it's one of the top ones, I reckon. I've not seen many, but you know, from what I've seen from his is good. Now walking back, excuse my wonky walk. Got bad knees, old man. So yeah, but yeah, still talking? Yeah, you hear me all right? How's that? Yep, and lovely weather today. Obviously, we're not getting the wind that we were earlier on, and obviously blocked out by all these trees. But yeah, here we are. Brilliant. I think that's a thumbs up.
Hi peeps, we've just arrived back home after doing various tests with my good friend Prem, and thank you again Prem for taking your time out to do these tests on the Synco P2L. All in all, I was listening to some of the audio recorded on the iPhone via Bluetooth in my car, and the audio did sound great. Yes, there was a lot of crackling going on, and that's more to do with me moving and shuffling around with the mic rather than the wind noise. That I think the Synco does sound great. I would say that one of the minor issues for me is that I wish it did have some kind of dead cat or windshield or a mic foam to avoid any of the wind noise. We've got some birds flying around. I don't know if the mic's picking that up. We've got cars driving past at the moment. I'm doing a lot of tests with this microphone because I do want to give it a genuine review. So all in all, Synco, you've done an absolute fantastic job. I love using the mic, and before we do anything else, we are going to do other things as well.
Yeah.
So that's my nephew. He's obviously standing outside now. How's your day been today?
Yeah, really good.
Where did you go?
Southall, day out today, really good.
A day out with the family?
Yeah.
Do you want to walk around the car just to give us a bit of a abbreviation? So you drove around 100 miles today?
Yeah. Today we thought we'd get stuck in traffic, but no, made it back on time, so that's always helpful.
Yeah, how's the weather?
Weather's good.
Yeah. As you guys can see, the weather is really good. Yes, there is a bit of a breeze. Anyway, people, keep it locked for now. Thank you very much. And you want to say any final words?
To be honest, I can't even notice I've got it on. It's so lightweight.
Yeah, you know what? That is another a real big bonus.
Yeah, no, I've worn some and they weigh you down, but no, this is lightweight. This is brilliant.
This is brilliant. Okay, anyway, people, that's all from me now. This is your boy Popsy the Music Machine, all the way from Future Shock Studios. God bless. Speak to you soon, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video if you can. Thank you. Bye. How did you like all those tests? Let me know which of the tests that you preferred the best. So the whole Synco P2L system is basically a plug and play. It's easy for anybody to get their heads around. All you have to do is press that record button to make good video and have good audio with it. When you take it out of the box, they're simply already paired. The million-dollar question is, would I recommend the Synco P2L to you? In my mind, there's no shadow of a doubt that I would highly, highly recommend the Synco P2L system to yourselves. So I do highly recommend it. 10 out of 10 Synco, well done. With that all being said, I hope you found the video useful. And don't forget to hit that like button or smash it if that's something you're into. And if you aren't already subscribed, you're missing out. So please do. And I'll be back next week with another review. See you then.